Hello and welcome to Chaos Predictions, sure the best that you should and should not make. Alright guys, let's get right into these predictions. So first off, we have a triple header for South Africa. So South Africa is a not so good team, to put it nicely. They definitely are not a very good team. But then again, none of their opponents are very good teams either. We look at Morocco. They get blown out by everybody they play, whether it's Egypt, Tunisia, I believe they lost to Algeria, and a few other teams that are definitely not too good either. I mean, none of these three teams are good. I mean, they are like the losers, but they are all better than South Africa. None of these teams are good. All of these teams have been losing to Egypt, Tunisia. Who's the other one? There's another team that has been beating these teams, but none of these teams are particularly good, and because the odds are so ridiculously skewed, I mean, South Africa, don't get me wrong, they're definitely not a good team, but in best of ones, 88% for Morocco, a team that lost 16-5, I think, against Tunisia. I mean, come on. And Algeria, same thing. Algeria has been getting whipped by other African teams. Libya, same thing. They've been getting whipped by other African teams as well. I don't know why the odds are so skewed. Again, South Africa, not a great team, but neither are any of these three teams. So what I personally am going to do is I think I'm just going to throw some really low skins on, low value skins on South Africa in each one of these games. I don't expect South Africa to win any of these games. Don't get me wrong. They are the lesser team. But in a best of one, with the odds so skewed like this, there is no reason not to bet on South Africa, and there is definitely no reason to bet on these teams. Do not bet on these teams. So then we have Greece versus Ireland. This is a bit of an interesting matchup because they actually have some, I guess you could say, recognized players. None of these players are really, I don't know how to put it, like, none of these players are really experienced. All of these players are kind of unknown. And if you look at all their stats, they have like, each one of these players has like 7 games played, 10 games played, things like that. And if you look at their match record, each of these teams has played 3 total, and they're both 1-4 overall. So they're definitely not strong teams. And just because it is a best of 3, I think Ireland is the stronger team. But then again, Greece doesn't seem to be too bad. I think I'm just going to recommend a skip on this game because both of these teams have relatively unknown rosters, and overall I would recommend that you don't bet on this, and if you are, I guess go medium Ireland, but I don't know, I don't trust Ireland in this one, so kind of go with your gut. Then finally we have Denmark. This is the only team, Omnipotence, this is the only team that I actually know of all these teams. I don't know who Rebel is, TMVG, I think I've heard of them, and same with NGOMG, I think I've heard of them, but they don't have much history. Omnipotence is, I believe, a fairly new team. I think they're less than a month old, really. I know they've had some roster changes recently, and they're a pretty decent team roster-wise. They have a pretty decent roster, and I would expect them to beat whoever they play. So, but because I don't really know any of the teams in the King of Nordic tournament, I think I'll recommend a skip. But if you are going to bet on any team, I would recommend a bet on Denmark because they seem to be the strongest team overall in this tournament. So anyways, guys, that is it for today. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe for more daily predictions and comment down below. Let me know what you think of my picks. Who do you think will win these games? Anyways, guys, I will see you later.